Hey, my name's Alisha, and this is a channeling for you. It's really, really specific and it's really on point. Now, if you are ready to listen to it, feel the resonance like fireflies or sparkles, right? Feel the words that come through. Close your eyes and listen to it. Now, if you're not in a space where you can do that, like you're driving or whatever, then save it and come back because within this message is a DNA upgrade for you too. Why do I say that? Because somewhere within your body, when you hear these words of what comes through, this is what my messages do. You feel a shift, a spark, a peak of curiosity. Something within your body there's always a little shift. So I want you to feel that. That's why I share this information. So yes, save it, come back later, or listen to it now. And I hope that it really helps you tune in further and deeper and helps you understand who you are and why you're here. Consciousness and spirit are much of the same thing. So we get to move through our daily life, right? And we get to either choose to be a conscious and aware human being with a conscience, or we get to just move willy-nilly through it and, like skid across the top of the water, right? Like skim across the top of the water, so to speak. But what it can feel like when we're like that is that we're like ducks on water and our feet are scrambling underneath. So firstly, spirit really wants you to understand that the being state, the top, the aspect on top of the water is really important. But the meaning and the depth in being able to create that is what's most important. It's not about what it looks like, it's about what it is being like. We don't want that scrambling underneath to occur. We want to be able to have that fully embodied experience that we see on top, that, everything looks amazing. We want that to be as above, so below. We want to be able to drop into that, as I said, full body awareness. And it takes for us to really have the courage to be able to look at ourselves and see where we're at and what's going on. Being able to look at what's going on is a key in understanding, why we're here. When we look at what's going on, we get to move all of that experience out of the way. We get to integrate it and create new ways of being. And whilst that is then being worked on and worked with, we open up to this facet of ourselves that's deeply connected to spirit. Now, spirit wants you to be in that state because that's where the receptiveness of nature is able to come through, ebb and flow. It's like an infinity symbol. It comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. It's balance. That's what spirit wants for you because in that deeply connected and awake, aware state, spirit gets to connect with you. Now, that awakened state, you can call it whatever you want, awakened, aware, dropped in, open, whatever it is, connected to source, that is your communication pathway. That is your ability then to commune with spirit. Where do we feel spirit? We feel it easily with nature. That's why when we're in nature, we feel really, really great, right? That's why there's all of the talk of take your shoes off, sit with nature, connecting with the earth, because that rebalances our vibration, right? We anchor in with the earth and we work best when we are balanced with the earth. However, if we don't do this work that, comes through, then we're not able to sit in that state of being open and connected with spirit for long enough. And if we can be open and connected to spirit, clearing all that clutter out of the way, spirit gets to speak with us. We get to open the communication pathway with spirit and we get to have things flow through. Now, when it gets to that space, there's a whole nother process that takes place. And I'm not here to talk to you about that right now. What the emphasis is with this channeling right now is that open state. It's a must. You have to have it. You have to have it. If you want a fully embodied, deep and meaningful, purposeful life, if you're looking for purpose, you personally, this is where that important aspect is for you to be looking. You want the answers, you've been looking for answers. The answers are in that state, in that openness. And this is the energy that is coming through that needs to be shown. Like it's an open and it's a handout. So it's the ability to be open and receive. You have the capacity for that. And you've probably felt that. In that state, you can feel what's there for you. And then you get the choice to walk hand in hand with it. So that's a channeling for you right now. There's like so much within that receptive aspect that's coming through. It's so important for you. Working with it means you have to look at what's getting in the way. I keep harping on about that, but that's really important too. You have to work out what's getting in the way. If you need help with that, you can do lots of different things to work with that. You can reflect, you can do your own channeling. You can see a therapist, you can go and do counseling, kinesiology, you can go and get body work. But the most important part of this is to listen. Firstly, be aware, okay, that of you doing this state. It's to listen to what's coming through and to trust it. Because if you listen and trust to what's coming through, then it's going to trust you too. It's you listening and trusting what's coming through you. It's just saying that you're prepared to hold space for it. And that means you're prepared to heal the energy that's coming through. Just like a child, they need you to hold space. If you can't hold space for them, then they're either going to withdraw or get more amplified. They're going to get more angry, whatever it is, more disconnected from themselves ultimately. And they don't trust. There's not a feeling of trust and safety. So, and you can listen and trust what's coming through you. You get to then feel safety in your body, and spirit gets to feel safe with you. And so that's why that is important, because we want spirit to feel safe to come through you. And we want you to feel safe with spirit. Now, when spirit feels safe to come through you, you get to channel your life through you. You get to make magic. You get to feel your own magic. You get to live the life of your dreams. What does that even mean? Well, everybody wants to know what their purpose is. The thing is, their purpose is about the feeling within them. And if they're not able to clear the stuff, they can't come into that. That's their energetic truth. So when you're in your energetic truth, then you can emanate your energetic signature, which is this beautiful aligned state. Now, we have a wound signature. It's going to come through, but we don't have to allow it to be all-consuming. We can work with it. When you know your wound signature, then you can move it out of the way because you're working with it. You're not putting it in a corner. You're just moving it aside. You're placing it. You're saying, I see you, I hear you, and I'm moving you over there because I've worked on you. I know what you're about, and I will be able to know how to work with you in the future when you come through again. That in itself is healing for your wound signature. And some of the issues that come through your wound signature will probably dissolve and go away. So you can do that. So by being open and receptive to spirit, that's happening and things come through. You get to channel life through you. You get to choose what you do. You get to take an idea, a download or something, allow it to come through and go, you know what, I'm going to work with this. And then you get to action it. And the more that you get to action the things that come through you, you are then entering the timeline of your greatest dreams. Because manifest is to make real, but manifestation doesn't just happen. It's about making it happen. How do you make it happen? You don't push to make it happen. You yield to the situation and take aligned action. So you yield in the aspects that are there, in the places that show you what it is that you want to manifest and what is aligned with your authenticity and truth. And then in that state, you yield to the process because you've got this inextricable link and love and connection with that universal source energy, the part of you that is connected to something greater. So if you use some other word rather than universe, then please put that word in there. But it's an opening and it's an allowing and it's giving yourself permission to feel what comes through you. You have to be deeply grounded. That's why you clear the clutter. Allow what comes through you. And then it's like an actioning. And in that aspect there, it's not hard then. It's easy because it's your truth. So some things you might have thought that you wanted, in your life might not actually be things that you want when you enter this space. And that could be a block too. So looking at that. So anyway, that's the channeling. Opening to spirit. How do you open to spirit? You got to work on the stuff. If you need help with that, tune into yourself, right? If you need help with tuning into yourself, come and see me. I have several things that you can do to be able to help you access what's going on within you in ways that are aligned with you. You can do a wound signature mapping where we map out exactly what that core wound is, not an injury. we look at what the core wound value, that aspect of you that is that depth, that sadness. Look at why it's there and how you can work with it. And then you can work with me to embody that new way of being. Um, or you can come and do a course with me and learn this channeling process, because once you know this channeling process, you have to go through all that stuff. You have to clear the clutter, you have to drop in, and you have to open up spirit. You can channel your life through you. If you're a creative or an artist or something, you can do that, right? So it's that creativity process. But you also, if you are very energetically in tune and you do speak with spirit, or you want to be able to do that more, this makes that more possible. So I hope you've enjoyed this download today. I have repeated myself several times, but those parts are the parts that are really important for you. And if you're ready to listen to it now, go ahead. You'll feel the resonance of the words coming through and the energy coming through, because it's a transmission. But if you're not ready, at least save it and listen to it when you are ready to feel that upgrade within you. The words I speak come through me, and they're out for you because they have that magical resonance within them that helps you feel a shift in your body, even if it's just a little bit. There's something within you, something in these messages that come through and just, pique a tiny bit of curiosity within your cells that remind you of who you are and why you're here. So until next time, stay tuned into you, and I'll see you soon.